Recording is on. Welcome to Yogalates, our restorative flow today. We're going to keep it nice and mellow. Of course, I'm barefoot as always. I'll have a little bit of music on, so hopefully you enjoy that. Come to your mat. We're going to start on the back today. So if you want to bring yourself down to your mat, of course, make sure you can see me regardless of where you are on the floor. Take yourself back. Let's go ahead and start off in good morning. Once you get yourself flat on your mat, bring the arms behind you and let's stretch everything out. Let's take 3 breaths to start. Get as flat as you can on the floor. Reach back through your fingers, reach down through your toes. Nice big belly breaths all the way in and all the way out. Let's do 2 more on this first one. Keep trying to get longer. The abs are in tight. We're stretching the whole body out from the fingers down to the toes. Excellent. Let's take 1 more breath. Reaching. Let's go right into a side bend. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, bend at the waist, do a nice big stretch, reach across to the right through those left fingers. 3 breaths. Feel that nice stretch all down your side, the back of the shoulder and armpit, all the way down into your left hip. You should be really bending at the waist. 2 more breaths. Pulling on that left arm with the right hand on the wrist. Get that big stretch all down the left side. 1 more breath into it. We'll go right to the other side. Okay, come back to the center. Take a nice big breath in and grab your right wrist with your left hand. And on that exhale, bend at the waist as you pull on that right wrist. 3 breaths. Make sure you're still reaching down through your toes, especially those right toes. We want to get that nice big stretch all down the right side. 2 more breaths. 1 more nice big breath. And let's come back to the center. Let's bring the left knee into the chest. You can keep the right leg down or bring it up off the floor, your choice, or in our bicycle stretch, left knee to the chest. You can keep your head down if you need to. Squeeze your abs, hug the knee as firmly to your chest as you can. 3 breaths on the first one. Reaching through those bottom toes, whether the foot is on or off the floor. 2 breaths. 1 more big breath in. Bring your right foot down if you have it up. Take a breath in and take that left foot down. Back to good morning. Reach. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, bring the right knee to the chest in bicycle stretch. 3 breaths on the first one. Then we're going to put them together. Here we go. Squeezing the abs in, really hugging that knee firmly. Reaching down through those bottom left toes. 2 breaths. Reach and hug. 1 more breath. Take a breath in, drop the left foot and take the right leg down. Here we go. We're going to put them together. So reach for good morning. 3, 2, 1. Left knee to the chest. Keep the feet down. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Good morning. Stretch. Exhale. Right knee to the chest. Bottom leg stays down. 2, 1. Inhale. Good morning. Stretch. Reach. Keep trying to get longer. Exhale, left knee to bicycle. Keep the bottom foot down. Squeeze. Here we go. Inhale. Good morning. Stretch. Exhale, right knee to bicycle. Hug and squeeze. Inhale. Good morning. Stretch. Exhale. Hug the knee. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Good morning. Stretch. Reach through those fingers. Exhale, bring the right knee up, hug and squeeze. Let's do 1 more on each side. Inhale, good morning. Stretch the whole body out. Exhale, bicycle, hug and squeeze. 1 more time, guys. Inhale, good morning, stretch. Lengthen the abdomen and exhale, bicycle stretch. Last one, hug and squeeze. Good. Go ahead and bring your left knee up to join the right. Hug both of them down. as firmly as you can. Then we're gonna go right into double hip twist. Let's start adding in some rotation. Like I said, I'm really taking it slow today, step by step. Let your feet drop down flat, hip width, arms to your sides. Keep the feet down. Here's our double hip twist. So we're gonna just kind of oscillate the knees side to side. Not letting the feet move. It's okay if the bottoms lift, but you want to keep them in place, hip width. And as that outer knee comes to the floor, you want to push your top knee down as close to it as you can. That's where we start feeling that nice little stretch in the back of the hip of that top leg. That's pushing down towards that bottom knee that comes to the floor. Take them slow. Move with your breath. As always, don't worry about following me inch by inch perfectly. It's about you moving with your breath. Keep trying to get a little flatter and flatter. See if you can stack that top knee on top of that bottom leg without your shoulders lifting as you go through. Let's do a few more on each side. Let's really loosen the back, easing into it. Had a heck of a day Wednesday. Ooh. I think I moved about 60 bags of rocks and yanked out about 10 bushes. My back was not happy. One more each side. Luckily, I think it was mostly muscular. I didn't have too many sharp pains. One more time. We're going single lying hip twist. Let's extend that right leg down straight, bring the left knee up over the hip, and of course, left arm straight out to the side, palm up. Reach that left arm out as far as you can, turn your head, look down your left arm, and let's take that left knee over into our single line hip twist. A little deeper stretch, a little more range of motion than the double hip twist. Find your sticking point and make sure you keep that left knee bent at 90 degrees as you take it over. Two more breaths. Work through those sticking points using your breath. Let's take one more breath into that single line hip twist. Good. Come back to the center slowly. Extend the left leg down straight. Bring the right knee up. Let's go right to the other side. Right arm out to your side. Turn your head, look down, and take it slow into our single line hip twist. I love these. I pretty much do these every class, every day that I stretch. This is a big staple in my personal routine. We all should have our own little routines that we do daily. You know, we all have our own little issues, ailments, areas that we need to focus on. We got to have a routine that we put together for our own body. Everybody's got different mechanics. Let's take one more breath into it. Okay, good. Come back to the center. Extend both legs down straight. Any way you can, sit yourself up. You want to use your hands just to kind of help yourself up. Let's get into a seated position. We're going to start at a classic sprinter's stretch. Get my mic pack back on here. Tuck your right foot into your left thigh and have that left leg out nice and straight at about 45 degrees. Take the left hand down your left leg and grab onto your shin or ankle. Take a nice big breath in. We're going to stretch this right side out, and we're also going to stretch those left hamstrings. On your exhale, keep the chest tall. We're going to reach and bend over towards those left toes with the right hand, keeping the knee straight. 3 breaths. So we're folding towards the knee as we bend at the waist, and we're reaching across through those right fingers. You guys maybe notice I have a long sleeve shirt on today. It's about 50 degrees here. Toby is laughing at me right now. I don't know where you are, Sebastian, but 50 is borderline for me and my comfort. 2 breaths. Florida tundra. 1 more breath. Let's take that right hand now, square up over the left knee, and let's focus more on the hamstring. 3 breaths folding straight down to the left knee, both hands reaching straight down to those left toes, chest over the left leg now. 2 breaths. Feel the difference now that we're not stretching that right side out. We're square over the left leg. We got more into that hamstring, and now we're more into the low back. 1 more breath. Fold nose to the knee. Unroll the spine up. Always peel yourself back nice and slow. Let's go right to the other side. We're going to do the exact same 2 with the right leg on the right side. I turn that music down just a hair. There we go. So right hand on the shin or ankle as low as you can grab, chest tall. Breath in. Reach that left arm up. Bend at the waist and reach across towards those right toes. 3 breaths. Keep your chest tall. So even though we're folding towards the knee, I don't want you to go forward. I want you to reach straight across by bending at the waist. So we're getting that nice big stretch all down the left side. 2 more breaths. I am very stiff today, so I'm kind of taking it easy. I want you to take it over as far as you can. I got to work my way back slowly here. Let's take 1 more breath, bending at the waist, keeping the chest tall, reaching across. Now let's go square. Turn, bring both hands to your toes or as low as you can grab, and we got that right knee kind of right under the chest now. Here we go. 3 breaths, pushing the chest towards your right knee, folding down inch by inch. Use that breath. Exhale as you work through the sticking point. Inhale and repeat. One more breath, folding to your right knee. Nice and slow. Okay, peel the back up, unroll nice and slow. I'd like to ask you to just go to your knees. We're going to take it to child's pose. So just take the hands under the chest, come into table pose, toes together, knees about hip width, or wherever you feel best. In fact, we're going to kind of move the hip side to side. So come into your child's pose. Take your butt to your heels or as close as you can. Keep your head up for a minute and just roll the hips around and let your legs and feet kind of move as needed. Make sure those feet are nice and flat. So we're stretching the top of the feet and ankles and stretching that low back out. And once you find your spots, keep moving those hips. Go ahead and take your chest towards your mat, forehead all the way down if you can, keeping your butt on your heels. Stretch those arms out, get all the way out on those fingertips. Let's take 3 breaths. On our first one, we're going to go right into Cobra. High or low Cobra as always. I'm going to try high Cobra. I'm going to see how it feels. 1 more breath. All my back muscles are still in protect mode. Okay, you should have those arms stretched out nice and far in front of you, nice and slow. Just bring your head chest forward and up. Take the hips towards your mat. Legs nice and flat and straight. Reach your head chest up tall. Pull the shoulders back, abs tight. It's always a good idea to squeeze your glutes when we're in hip extension, or I should say back extension, excuse me. When we're in back extension, squeeze your glutes, abs tight, pull the shoulders back. 1 more breath. Let's do it 1 more time. Push back to child's pose. Keep the arms right where they are, stretched out. Fold deeper, roll the hips a little side to side as you reach out through the arms. Feel that stretch, move around from one side to the other. Reaching out through the fingers, butt is on the heels. And we're just kind of swaying the body side to side, nice and slow. 2 more breaths. As you sway over further and further, you should feel a stretch in your lats right behind the shoulder and armpit. 1 more breath. Roll the triceps. Okay, Cobra. We're going to add twist to our Cobra. Again, if high Cobra is too much, here's our modification. Low Cobra, you're still reaching up, just not as much extension on the spine. Or high Cobra, head, chest up high, legs are loose. And we're going to twist and look over the left shoulder. Take a breath in, come to center. Exhale, twist, look over your right shoulder. Keep the head, chest up, keep them going. Inhale, twist. Exhale, look over the shoulder. And what you should feel is the stretch moving from the front of one hip up into the abdomen to the other hip and abdomen. Over the right, find your rhythm. Keep the legs loose. Keep the head, chest up tall as you twist and look. Feel that stretch move from one hip flexor on one side of the abdomen to the other hip flexors inside of the abdomen. 2. One more breath. Okay, come back to table pose. Let's go right into modified down dog. Make sure your knees are right under your hips. So make sure you got a nice 90-degree angle and then stretch the arms out. Keep that angle, knees right under the hips. Reach out through the arms. Take the arms a little wider than your shoulders. Stretch out through the fingers. Push your chest towards your mat. Pull your shoulder blades together. 3 breaths. Stretching out the chest, front of the shoulders, upper back. 2 breaths. Keep reaching further. Press your hands firmly into the floor. You'll feel a little extra stretch in the chest. Really, really, really try to push that chest down all the way towards your mat. Look at that nice line we're making down the spine, through the arms. 1 more breath. Okay, drag the hands back and sit yourself up tall into hero pose. We need to stretch those hip flexors a little bit better. I can tell they are tight. Bring that left foot forward. Keep the arms down. Make sure you have a nice big angle of the knee. And like I always tell you, head, chest up tall as you lean the hips forward. Keep those hip flexors on that back right side nice and long as we stretch them. 3 breaths. Pulling the shoulders back as we push the hips forward. We'll force you to keep that good posture and position. 2 breaths. 1 more nice big breath. Good, modified triangle. Let's push back, extend that left leg that we have up front straight. If you can take your right hand towards your toes, left hand to the floor, and fold towards your left knee for 3 breaths. Take it slow. 2 breaths, taking the nose to the left knee. 1 more breath. Good. Push forward and take both hands to either side of that left leg. So we got the right hand under the chest, the left hand to the outside of that left knee. And all we do is push back forward. We still have that left leg leading. Very slowly pull that back right foot towards your butt. Just be careful. It's not uncommon to get a little hamstring cramp when you do this. Now, if you're already getting a big stretch on your hip flexors and quads, stay there. If you want to take it further, reach back slowly with your left hand and grab that back right ankle with the left hand and assist by gently pulling that right foot towards your butt. Lift your chest up once you grab the ankle and pull it as far as you can, and be careful. You'll feel that stretch intensify. Take 3 breaths, whatever position you're in. You can certainly keep the hands down and just have the foot curled up, or you can just hold the forward low lunge position with the hands on the floor. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Ooh, that is a huge stretch on the hip flexors, quads. Good. Release the foot. Take both hands under the chest. Step the left leg back. Come into table pose. Step the right foot forward. Sit up tall. Keep the arms down. Forward low lunge. Same sequence. Other side. Right leg is leading now. Pull the shoulders back. Push the hips forward. 2 more breaths. Keep that head nice and tall. Reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Pull the shoulders back. Lean the hips forward. One more breath. Modified triangle fold. Push back. Extend that right knee straight. Take the right hands to the floor if you can on the outside of the leg. Reach across with the left hand. Fold to your knee slowly. Find your sticking point. Modified triangle fold. 3 breaths. Two more breaths. Work through those sticking points carefully. One more breath, folding to the right knee before we add in that bonus hip flexor quad stretch. Okay, push forward so your foot is flat. You have each hand on either side of that right leg. We're going to keep the left hand down. If you want to just stay here, curl the foot up, you can, or you can stay here. It doesn't matter. If you want to take it further, reach back with that right hand. Oh, there's that hamstring cramp. I get them sometimes too. Reach back with that right hand and gently curl that left foot up towards your butt and assist by pulling. There we go. 3 breaths. Lift the chest if you have the foot pulled. Once you get to your furthest point, lean the hips forward. Keep that right knee in front of the hip as best as you can. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Release your foot if you have it up. Take both hands under the chest. Draw the right leg back. Let's come into our child's pose recovery position for a quick restore. Fold down deep as you can. Stretch the arms out. 3 breaths. Just take a minute to restore and get some oxygen back in. 2 breaths. We're going to do pigeon and then cat and cow before our cool down and frog. Stretch those arms out. Get as flat as you can. We're always trying to get deeper into our mat when we're in our child's pose. 1 more breath. Okay, come to table pose. This is another one I do in almost every class. I think the back of the hips are so important to stretch. So that single line hip twist and pigeon are crucial. Good stretches. Step the left foot back. Put your weight on your hands. Cross your right leg under like so. Let that back knee drop down and then slide that left leg back as straight as you can until you start feeling that stretch. If you want to stay on your hands, you're welcome to. If you can go deeper, pull down towards your mat, get as flat as you can. 3 breaths. Once you find your pigeon, find your pigeon position. As long as you're getting a stretch on that outer right glute hip, that right leg cross under, you're in the right spot. 2 more breaths. I'm starting to feel better already. 1 more breath. We're going to transition right to the other side by going to full prone plank position. Take the hands under the shoulders. Bring your chest up. Bring that back left knee onto the floor. Step the right leg back slowly. Cross the left leg under to pigeon. Slide the right leg back. Fold if you feel able, or stay up on your hands. Once you find your deepest point, your sticking point, take 3 breaths past it. 2 breaths. Keep working down, flatter, deeper when you feel ready. One more breath. We're going to come right into table pose. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Uncross your left leg any way you can. Just come right into table pose. We're going to go into cat and cow. can definitely tell we haven't done anything for the neck. So let's get some movement through the whole spine. Neck to the tailbone, our classic cat and cow. Just remember, when you go to cat, look at your belly button, take your chin to your chest, and then draw your stomach, abdomen in and up as you round your shoulders, arch your back. And then on your breath, when we go to cow, do everything the exact opposite. Lift the head up really high, extend the spine down, arch the back down. Stick your butt out, pull your shoulder blades back a bit. Here we go, let's keep them going. Up to cat. Try to pull in and down right in the center of your abdomen. Release the cow. Use your breath, very important for this one. Here we go, up to cat. I like to exhale to cat, empty the abdomen out. I feel like I get more range of motion. And on your breath, I like to inhale. When you go to cow, you breathe freely. Let's do a few more. Here we go. Keep trying to get higher and lower. Up to cat. Release the cow. 2 more. Here we go. Up to cat. Release the cow. Let's do them one more time for good measure. High as you can. Last cat. Squeeze the abdomen in and up. Push into the floor. Squeeze your glutes in. And release the cow. Lift the head high as you can as you arch the back down. Okay, perfect, guys. Put your toes together. Put your knees out as wide as you can. Toes touching behind you. Knees as wide as you can. If you're on a hard floor and you're off the mat, it's too uncomfortable. Just put the knees out as wide as you can. Push your butt back to your heels. Already starting to feel a little stretch on the inner thighs there, deep inner hip groin. Very slowly take your chest head down to your mat without letting your heels lift off your feet, or excuse me, your butt lift off your heels. Don't let your heels leave your feet, then we got real problems. Stretch the arms out. Let's take 5 nice, long, deep recovery belly breaths. Just kind of get lots of oxygen back in. We're going to start pulling down a little bit. All the way in, all the way out, getting flatter and flatter, just really melting down into your mat. Stretch the arms out, push your head, chest towards the floor as firmly as you can. Keep that butt back onto your heels. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. And 2. Flat as you can, reach the arms out. 1 more breath. Just take the hands back under the chest, shoulders, push yourself up slowly, and sit in a cross-legged position where you can see me. We're going to stretch the neck out a little bit and then call that our flow today. Let's get cross-legged. Let's keep the right arm down to your side, right arm down, hand on the side. I want to pull that right shoulder down. Take your left hand over your head. We're just going to do a gentle neck extensor stretch. So as you take that left hand to the right side of your head, you're going to pull down towards your left hip. So you're going to kind of a little bit of an angle, not straight to the side. You're going to gently pull down towards your left hip. As you do that, you're going to drop your right shoulder as low as you can. So we're going to anchor and kind of counter that stretch from both ends. 3 breaths. Please be very careful. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Sit up tall. If you lean forward at your hips, you're stealing range of motion. You're just taking away from the neck stretch. So sit up tall, pull that right shoulder down, and gently assist by pulling the head towards the opposite hip, towards that left hip. 2 breaths. One more breath, we'll go right to the other side. Bring your head up, drop that left arm down, grab the left side of your head, pull that left shoulder down, anchor it, sit up tall, and then gently pull towards your right hip. 2 breaths. Nothing past an 8 of discomfort. Be extra careful when we do neck stretches. 1 more breath. There's nothing worse than getting a strained neck muscle. That's like the most annoying thing in the world, especially when you're driving. Last breath. Okay, nice big neck rotations. Take the chin to your chest. Let's put it all together. Left ear over the left shoulder. Then look up and back high to the sky. Right ear down to the right shoulder. We feel that stretch on the left side. Take the chin to the chest. Use your breath. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Feel the stretch on the right side. Look up high to the sky. And back down, right ear to right shoulder, chin across the chest. 1 more time, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, look up. Exhale as you stretch down, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Let's go opposite direction. 3, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, look up high. Let's get all those little creaks, cracks out. Left ear, left shoulder, back to the chest. 2 more. Inhale, round. Nice big circles if you feel okay. Exhale, round down. 2. Inhale, round up. Exhale, round down. Let's do 1 more just for good measure. Inhale, round. Last one. Look high to the sky. Exhale, round back down. Come to your chest and then lift your head up nice and high. And that is where we will go ahead and finish our gentle Yogalates flow today. We can pause our recording. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you are okay with a little more of a mellow